Jon Voight, the legendary actor, that's how he feels. Let's bring in our panel to see if they agree. Malik Abdul, GOP strategist, and she's the National Federation of Republican Women's President Julie Harris. Great to have you with us. So we wanted to play it in its entirety, obviously to get a little context. I mean, Malik, he's not shy about where his, allegiances lie. He's a Trump guy. He's not, going to, talk about socialism as if this is beautiful. But you agree with that warning that he put out.
I agree with the overall point of the threat of these very liberal Democrat mayors around the country, and it doesn't matter if it's in New York City or elsewhere. What I caution Republicans, though, we need to pay attention to the last election, because when you look at the vote, Trump's coalition went to Mondani. He won in areas where there's a larger black population, 60% of that vote. When it comes to young voters, I think he won around 40 or so percent of that vote. Republicans, I agree with the criticisms of Mondani and many of his policies, but I hope that the Republicans don't get off track and assuming that they're going to be able to turn Mondani into sort of boogeyman that has worked in the past. Look at the numbers to see where they shifted, and I think that's probably going to be a good lesson for Republicans.
Well, it is obviously a trend. We see a communist in Ithaca, New York, Julie, who was, I believe it's a city council, obviously very progressive new mayor in Seattle. And I want to play this. This is Diana Moreno, because she wants to replace Mondani on the state assembly here. And she clearly is very much aligned with him. Will just be sort of like a Mondani-esque person there, carrying out everything that he wants within her ability on the assembly. Let's play this.
It's a new day in New York City. My name is Diana Moreno. I'm a Queens mom, an immigrant organizer, and a proud Democratic socialist.
I think to Malik's point, which is very well taken, is that you can't just say, well, this is so dangerous and it's going to ruin everything. It's like, how do you reach those people who actually think it's going to work, maybe, and turn them?
Right. Well, I would definitely like to look at the numbers more and see how President Trump did in his last election in these same areas, because we are talking about New York. And so New York doesn't exactly represent all of America. But I am very concerned that what used to be slander, when the Republicans would accuse the Democrats of being socialist or communist, they would deny it. Those were talking points, that was rhetoric. Now they're openly embracing it and running on it. And listening to Jon Voight, I thought about the movie that he was just in, the Reagan movie, and the point of that movie, it showed how much Reagan fought against communism. And now we're seeing this just so openly in one of the greatest cities in our nation, New York. It is concerning. I do think that the Republicans have got to do a deep dive on these various demographics that went for socialist mayor. We have our work cut out for us, but I'm hopeful.
And, the other thing, too, is the governor's race. There's a new poll, Statistical Dead Heat, Kathy Hochul, and Elise Stefanik. So that could also shape a lot of the things, because the governor has a lot of power. So, he wants to have free buses, and the governor has the purse strings there. Let's talk about Michelle Obama. She's got a new book out, and she's been, going around and saying things that it just, another day, another viral clip. She was talking about now that Kamala Harris's 2024 loss makes her feel this way if people look to her and say, would you run in 2028?
Don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time.
Malik, agree or disagree?
Michelle Obama has been such a disappointment, her post-White House career, because it's just been about a bunch of gripes, what black women can't do. She was sitting in the Oval Office herself. And sure, there are a lot of things, not just with black women, but when it comes to women overall, they may be judged differently. But she's been on this kind of gripe tour where she's just complaining about every single thing. The problem with the female candidates that we've had thus far are the female candidates themselves.
I agree. She sounds very indignant. And I look at President Trump's cabinet and those women, Brooke Rollins, Secretary DeRemer, go on Tulsi Gabbard, Susie Wiles, Caroline Leavitt. I mean, there's so many women in his cabinet. They're women in politics. I mean, someone earlier on one of our shows even pointed to 2 women were just elected Democrats as governors. So it's not a female thing. We got to push back on that narrative. But I preface with this, Julie, she's just got to sell a book, and she's going to tell that room something, and they're going to seal clap. It's Michelle Obama. They love her anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's more about the agenda, and it was an agenda that moved people away from the American dream, not closer to it. I think that it's insulting that she would tell Americans that they need to grow up when they're simply just rejecting bad policy and a woke agenda.
All right, well, it's good to have you both with us, and I hope you come back. Always a good conversation, enlightening. Malik Abdul, Julie Harris, and we'll see how Trump-Mondami call goes. Can't wait for that one.
Right. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Still ahead.